So Shravan, can you repeat the question now?
So this is the after transcendence, there can be immanence. So how is it there after transcendence? What is it that's immanent?
Immanent.
How is that such an experience?
Okay. What is after transcendence? What is immanence? Immanence means presence of God in the world. Transcendence is beyond God. Absolute reality. Absolute reality is beyond God. Okay. God is born from the transcendental reality. God also is born. But absolute reality is never born. Right? So the absolute reality is transcendence. And immanent reality is presence of God in the world. So now the question is, after transcendence, immanence is possible. If it is possible, how it is possible? Why it is possible? So it's beyond liberation. Jivan Mukti, life of a enlightened. So here, a person enlightened or liberated who has attained nirvana, can he come back into the world? It is like, I give the example of going to America. Visa. Somebody has a no visa, he's an Indian, he goes to visa America, comes back, gets some American value. Then for one day he gets a permanent visa, then one day he becomes citizen. Now his Indian values are forgotten. Same thing happens here. Somebody wants to become Jiva Mukta. I want to Jiva, I want to become Samsari. Okay, I'm Samsari, I'm suffering. I want to worship God. What you do, Kriya Yoga is Shakti Upasana. There are various types of Upasana he does. He feels the oneness. Then he gets a transcendence by grace. So now, will he come back or may not come back? Understand? He may not come back also. He may be settled there. I want to be here only. Like somebody has gone to America, he enjoyed life there, he has become citizen. But some citizens want to say, I want to come back to India and give some facility. I want to help people. Not all the people come. Some people go there and settle down. Over. Somebody go to transcendence and settle down. They'll not come back here. So the person who has gone to America, settled down, he's got citizen. I am enjoying, but I want to help people. So then he'll come back to tell people. Right? Like that, those who have become transcendent, they can come back to the world also. Right? This is the case of Sadguru. This is the case of a Paramahamsa. This is the case of an Avatara. Avatara does not settle in transcendence. From transcendence, they come back to world and operate in the world. So most of the people many people who have gone to transcendence, they cannot come back comfortably into the world. They're unsettled. They cannot return. Okay. So the spiritual journey is, I tell in terms of analogy. The first journey is from light to darkness. Light is your consciousness, your awareness, your Brahman. Then you take the form of a Jiva. There's a drop from light to darkness. Darkness because you forget your true nature, identify the body. That's called first journey. Light to darkness is called from knowledge to, awareness to ignorance. Why it happened, I don't know. Nobody can explain. First light to darkness has happened. The second journey is from darkness to light. Now he becomes a seeker. I want to find myself. Okay. Darkness to light has two stages. Yogi and Gnani. Yogi or Upasaka or various types of spiritual seeker. Karma Yoga. All these are yogis. For yogi, you will become yogi first. From darkness to light, make a journey, he becomes a yogi first. What is the difference between yogi and Gnani? Yogi is dependent on practice for happiness, peace. So Gnani is not dependent on practice for happiness and peace. Okay. So yogi, he becomes yogi, which means he daily has to do some practice. He has a chronic disease, but disease is not gone fully. He has individuality there. Individuality is a disease, but temporarily he is able to suppress individual. That's like my diabetes case. Okay. I have to take tablet every day. One day I don't take tablet, there will be problem diabetes. Yoga is like that. One day I don't do puja, I'll be disturbed. One day I don't do meditation practice, I will be disturbed. Right? You have to do constant maintenance. The disease is deep-rooted. Okay. The deep-rooted disease is called aham, individuality. The individuality is removed. The removal is called surgery. It's not, daily treatment is not required. So that surgery can be done by a surgeon. That's a Gnani Guru. It's called Sadguru. He can remove the deep-rooted individuality. For some people, it may happen rapidly. For some people, it may take time. But Shravana, Manana, Nidhyas is the process. So then first, second journey starts. First journey is from light to darkness. In darkness, I suffer. In fact, some people enjoy also. And then they start suffering. So from darkness to light, which is second journey. Okay. In the second journey, he becomes yogi first. He becomes discipline, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, upasana, kriya yoga, all those things. Still there is separation. But still there is a joy, peace, temporary. But then from yogi to gnani you have to become. That can happen only to gnana, Atma gnana, self-enquiry. Right? So that time, from first level fall called light to darkness. So then he has become samsari, jiva. Then second level is called yogi. Person to universal. He is more and more trying to merge with God. From universal to impersonal, he has to become sakshi. And then sakshi has to become transcendent. Right? So this is called second journey. Second journey, I have not split. All the three things I have put together. Personal to universal, impersonal to transcendence. All these three together, I am putting together in the second journey. That's called darkness to light. So now from darkness to light, many people journey ends there. They don't return. What they do, they'll keep spending time in transcendence. They'll not come back to the world. So those from this point, there are 4 levels are there in stages. Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavidvarenya, Brahmavidvarishta. So like that, there are 4 stages in that I will talk separately. So these people are called Jivan Muktas. They are liberated while they're alive. And they don't want to get into world. Okay. But only a Sadguru or Avatar or Ishvara will come back to the world. All right. Or the people who have done a good sadhana, they'll come back to the Ishvara world. So actually in typical, what we call as Buddhist terminology, somebody was got liberated, the Arhat. Arhat may not be Buddha. Arhat cannot take place of the Buddha. Buddha is called Gautama Buddha. Is called Tathagata, a great being. So all Arhats are not Tathagata. Right? Everybody is potentially Buddha. But all Aryans will not be able to take the role of a Buddha. The role of a Buddha or a Tathagata is involved in the world. Okay. It is actually what we call as Sadguru or Ishvara functioning in the world after transcendence. So, what is the difference here? Why somebody will come back to the world? Right? See, samsara means when you are in the darkness, world will affect you. World will affect you. How does world, anything happen in the world? Causes disturbance inside. The disturbance is kama, krodha, mada, matsara, moha, lobha. 6 types of arishadvarga. Okay. Now the 6 types of arishadvarga is there. So when you get jnana, you have transcended. You have become arihanta. 6 types of disturbance ka ari, enemies. Arihanta means you have killed. Okay. Now the question is, arihanta when he is killed, will he come back to the world? And if he comes back to the world, why? Many people don't come back to the world. They cannot function in the world properly. Yes. Right? Only people who function in the world are called Sadguru or Ishvara, or greater beings, greater vehicles. Maybe some smaller vehicles also, but they are the people who function in a meaningful way in the society. Other people cannot function. There's a Ramakrishna Paramahamsa gives an example. There's a big wall in the city. People don't know what is across the wall. Somebody with difficulty, some people come with difficulty, climb the wall. Then they see a very beautiful garden. So then, out of 10 people who climbed, 9 people jump there. They start eating the fruit. One person doesn't jump. He sees the garden. Then he doesn't eat the fruit himself. He wants other people to jump. So he calls other people, come, come, come. He'll help them to jump. The 1% out of 10 is called Sadguru. Most 90% people are lost. They are called Jivanmuktas, or they are called Aryantas. The one person who is not jumping is called Buddha or Tathagata Buddha. Okay. So that person, he doesn't jump because he has so much of compassion for the people. Right? He has so much of compassion. People are suffering. Let me not eat the fruits. What is eating the fruit? Eating the fruit means sitting silently in samadhi. Bliss. Transcendence. Let me not eat it. Let me give to others. Let them enjoy. So he becomes the bridge between the manifest and unmanifest. Bridge between the samsara and nirvana. So he becomes Tathagata Buddha. He is also called Tirthankara. Okay. He is also called Sadguru. He is also called Ishvara, Avatar. Right? Or a great being, Mahapurusha. Other people just right. So now, what makes the difference between stage 2? First is light to darkness, first journey, darkness to light. Now, third journey begins for the through the jiva. So, first journey is by ignorance. Second journey is through yoga and jnana. The third journey is not individual. It is a universal operating through you. The third journey is not at all individual because there's no individual. It's Ishvara functioning through the body-mind complex. It's not an individual journey. Individual journey has ended at the second journey. The third journey becomes universal, which means universal consciousness operates to the body. Now, when your consciousness operates to the body, it requires a purity of the body, the level of purity of the body, right? Then only universal consciousness can operate fully. An avatar has very, very pure dharmic body. Body which is made out of dharma, which is pure. More power of Ishvara can manifest through their body. Whereas a jiva has a karmic body. The divine powers are manifest less. Vasanas and samskaras are manifest more. Is a jivan mukta has some amount of powers manifest. And more powers of universal consciousness. The main power he is stuck is Shanti, Parashanti. Whereas to function in the world, the higher powers of Ishvara has to manifest through this body, provided the body has the ability. It's like I can be a great driver, but if I get a cycle, I can drive on a cycle. If I get a car, I can drive a car. Yes. Right? The vehicles are of different type. What type of vehicle you have, depending on that universal consciousness starts operating. The vehicles are different type. For example, a cycle is there. A cycle, only one person can go. At best 2 people. A bus is there, 10 people. Okay, ship is there, it can carry more people. A flight is there, it can carry and fly. So avatar body is like more like a flight. A jiva body is more like a cycle. A Sadguru body may be more like a ship. It can carry more people. A jiva mukta body is like a cycle. Or maybe auto. He can carry 1 or 2 people. He cannot carry more people. Understand? A Tirthankara body is like a ship. Tirthankara body is like a flight. These are pure bodies. So when human beings take a body, their body is made about a karmic impression. Prarabdha karma. Okay. The first journey is out of prarabdha karma. Whereas avatar takes a birth, this is not prarabdha karma. It is dharma. The body is pure. It is said that Ramakrishna Paramahamsa a very high degree of purity, his body. So he was able to experience several spiritual systems very easily. He was able to practice 64 different spiritual systems. Each requires fine-tuned variety of bhava. So that's not easy. Proportion of sattva guna is very high. It's a dharmic body. Whereas individual body is karmic body. So first, most of the people, they take a karmic body and through yoga, they purify the body. Some amount of karma, they reduce. From tamoguna to rajoguna to sattva guna, they bring in. When you come to sattva guna, yogic journey is almost coming to an end. Sattva guna to gunatita is jnana. Right? So now, the body composition for universal consciousness to operate may not be there. What takes from second level to third level, third journey, it's called Ishvara functioning through the body. Ishvara functions through the body in the form of guru or teaching. First level, what he personally does, mostly Jivan Mukta, they'll be helpful to people. They will live peacefully, they'll do some little bit of service, whatever is possible, they do. But Sadguru will go beyond and step. They'll try to remove the ignorance, adnana. Okay. So that's why Gurutva has to manifest through him. Gurutva is there in Ishvara, universal consciousness. What teaching will liberate has to manifest through that person. So Gurutva will manifest, Ishvaratva will manifest. First level. Now, why does he manifest? This jiva has come from first level, from the light, darkness to light to darkness. From darkness to light, when he does journey, many jivas, they'll do with the journey, I want to get rid of suffering. I want to get liberated. I want to run away. This is enough. The instinct is, I want to run away. Right? There are many jivas, they say, I don't want to run away. I want to help as many people as possible. People are suffering like me. They are called, for them, compassion predominates in their sadhana. Yes. Okay. So that's where called Atmano Mokshartam Jagaditaya. Jagaditaya means I want to do service. I want to help people. Atmano Mokshartam means I want to get liberated. The people who want to get, for them, Atmano Mokshartam component is more. I want to get free from suffering. Jagaditaya component is less. They'll also get free. They'll become Jivan Mukta and Arihanta will get lost. But for people who are Jagaditaya component is more. Even after get liberation, they don't want to settle there. They want to come back. It's not they, it's universal. Because Jagadita, Loka Kalyana. Right? So then only that component was more in their sadhana, that vasanas will be there. Now this vasana is called Jagaditaya Vasana. Okay? Vasana for service. When you get mukti, your individual vasanas are eliminated. But service vasana for universal service be there in the, but that vasana will not bind you. It is outwards. Liberating vasana. It is not liberating. Liberation is done. Liberation is over. Now only how you function in the world. For functioning in the world, when he sees the world, he has to see the immanence. I only am present in the world. Okay, I am only present in the world. Now that doesn't happen suddenly, because earlier the vasanas, world is separate from me. Still the vasanas will be there in the body-mind complex, lower mind and lower body. So they'll gradually get eliminated. Okay, when he's getting eliminated, he sees himself in the world. The lower vasanas. See, if lower vasanas fully eliminated, somebody comes to transcendence, he has done. They are called highest level jiva. For him, no more settling time. Is once for all. But some jivas require settling time. So in the meanwhile, they will do service. More and more Ishvara will manifest through them. Gurutva, Sadgurutva. This is the third journey. From now light to light again. Light to greater light. Okay. So these are people called Sadgurus or divine Buddha. Then they can become a great Buddha, great avatar, great being. Great Sadguru is one level. We call them Buddhas also. From Buddha to great vehicle, it's called Tathagata, or great from Tirthankara, Arihanta to Tirthankara, a great vehicle, which can take many more people. It's like a ship or an aircraft. Okay, that is fourth journey. Gurutva is first journey, second journey, light to light, light to greater light. Greater light to greater light, greatest light is called Ishwaratva or Tirthankara or Tathagata. The vehicle has to cooperate with that. The vehicle has to be pure. And intention of Loka Kalyana has to be there earlier. Too much of lot of service orientation should be there. Others, people who get Jivan Mukti, that's okay. So yeah, people are suffering. I'm peaceful. Okay, let me do some help. And they won't have the ability to teach also, it doesn't come manifest. That ability teaching also has to manifest. That is called Sadgurutva. Okay. And ability to do service to a larger community is Ishwaratva. So what happens? First level comes as a teaching. Second level comes as an establishment of dharma. Only avatar or Tirthankara or Tathagata get that higher ability. What is their higher ability? A formation of a larger system. So it's like a Sadguru addresses only people who are mature, who have done some yoga, upasana. For them, he gets liberated. He is like a professor of a degree class or PhD. He doesn't go to primary school and middle school. He doesn't get into that because he can't go there. Right? There are many yogis who run the primary school and middle school. So they teach the breathing practice, pranayama, yoga, and all. They run the primary school and middle school. Okay? Nobody runs the entire system, schooling system. Sadguru will say, I will operate at the people who are mature, I will teach them jnana. Right? Typically, the people who are yoga and bhakti are large community. So bhakti is 98% of population. Yoga is less percent of population. Right? Jnana is very small. Right. Like SLC, people are 10 lakh. POC, 2 lakh. Engineering, 10,000. PhD, 100. Like that, it will come down. So that's why people who come to Jnana are very less. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan ma prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti mahasa mahatma sarva. Many lifetimes you have to go to get human birth. Very millions and billions of lifetimes. Out of human birth to get a desire for mukti, very few. Out of desire for mukti, people who get jnana are very few. And vasudeva sarvamiti. Vasudeva means God is everywhere. God is immanent. That relation is very less. Transcendence is okay. Immanence also has to happen. When you function in the world, the God consciousness should manifest to the person. So that will happen. People who have a desire for service and people who come through yoga path, because they are already purified, the lower vehicle is purified. So immanence becomes easy. Right. Understand? Those who are not purified, immanent lower vehicle, maybe straight away go to jnana because of good karma, then lower vehicle is not purified. The interaction with the world is understand? Lower vehicle is purified. For a person who has gone through a path, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, upasana, his vehicle is so pure, transcendence, and then coming back immense, the vehicle is already ready. Whereas in case of in case of avatar, the vehicle is ready. But whereas in case of person who has not fully gone through this, he continuously wants to settle down in transcendence. He doesn't come back to the world. Very clear? So third journey is Sadguru or Seva. Fourth journey is Ishwaratva or greater vehicle or Tirthankaratva. So what is the difference? Sadguru is more like a teaching PhD. Mature people. Or whereas an avatar will go down. He'll reach out to people in various ways. Okay. These are the avatars who will become mass leaders like Sri Krishna or today's world, Mata Amritandamayi. They are able to reach and touch millions. But all the millions will not go to enlightenment. They'll go from one step ahead. Primary school guy will to middle school guy will to high school guy will to PhD. The pyramid will be same. Not everybody will get liberated. See, in Rama's time, Ayodhya, all the people, they got elevated. Not all of them will get mukti. From whichever stage they are, they'll get acceleration button in the avatar. So avatar is a greater vehicle. So when Buddha got enlightened, he was sitting silently. He was in transcendence. Not to know. Because he doesn't know what to communicate to people also. Then it said, the Brahmaji appeared. Brahmaji means universe. Appeared to him. Why don't you teach? Buddha said, what shall I teach? Nobody will understand what I teach. Then Brahmaji showed him a pond with the blue lotus. Some lotus are blooming, some lotus are bud, some lotus are bloomed. So some lotus who are bloomed are already liberated. Don't worry about them. Some lotus are bud. they can't get your wisdom. But some lotus are trying to bloom, they'll get your wisdom. Transmit your knowledge to those people. So that's where Buddha started teaching. He was able to transmit. So from Buddha, he become Tathagata Buddha, great vehicle. If he stays there, he's just Buddha. If he just becomes free from this thing, he becomes Arihanta. So now, from Sadguru to Ishwaratva, Sadguru may establish an education system. Ishwaratva will establish a system which is suitable for everybody. It's like a primary school. That guy is called Tirthankara. Tirthankara means one who creates Tirtha, a place of purification, a system which can purify large number of people, irrespective of where they stand. Not that they'll get liberated, they'll get pushed, elevated. To the second step. Second step. Any questions, Shravan Kumar?
No, Prabhuji. Hari Om. Really.
Huh? Is it clear?
Yes, yes. Thanks, Prabhuji.
Okay. Anybody else? Any questions, Purnima, Katyayani?
ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಗುರುಜಿ.